Hi friends, I hope you all are doing great. It's me, Nikki here, and if you're anything like me, you love a beautiful journal. You go in the store, they're calling your name, but you have to be careful because these beautiful books can soon become not so beautiful clutter in your home if you do not put them to work. So I want to share some tips with you on some ways that you can utilize your journal so that they can bring function to your life. So friends, as you know, journals and diaries, they have been around for years. I remember when I was a little girl, I had a diary and it had the little lock on it, and you could not tell me anything because I had my diary with the lock. That was like having a diary with a lock was everything. Even though I wondered if the lock even worked, I don't know. But ever since I was a little girl, I loved a diary, a journal. I just love them. And so I have to give myself limitations because if I don't give myself limitations, I will have clutter in the home with all of these journals that I am not utilizing. So I don't want that to happen. So friends, what I recommend is giving yourself limits. With anything that you love, you have to have kind of limits with it so that you don't overindulge, because I can have a habit of overindulging in things that I love, such as dishes and journals and stationery. But what I do is I give myself a certain amount of space in my home for an item. So I have a place for these journals, and that's all I can have, the only space I can have for them. I can't outgrow it, but I can replenish and replace as long as I'm only utilizing that space. So let me share with you and do a haul on some of my most current journals. One is this Black and Beautiful journal that I fell in love with. It's in that gold embossing, and I only paid $4.99 from TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx, Marshalls, those are my go-tos for journals because they really have budget-friendly, beautiful journals, and I love them. The paper quality is amazing. They're not cheapy, very durable, and they have the most just engaging text and quotes and designs. So this next journal, it is a prayer journal, so it has a specific purpose. It says, "He has a plan for me" on the cover. It's Jeremiah 29:11. It's in that gray linen, and again, it is set up to be a prayer journal. Whereas my first one that I shared with you, Black and Beautiful, is just lined paper, so that one you can change the function of it, whereas this one is more specific. So I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love the gray linen. You know that about me, so it really kind of called my name when I saw it. And I can go through prayer journals like nothing, so I love picking these up. And this one here was again $4.99, and I also got that one from TJ Maxx. So again, these are very affordable and they're just beautiful. So the next one here, it is also beautiful, and it is in that just neutral linen and beige, I guess is the best way to say it. It has the strap here to hold the book together. I love that it has a pocket on the back. That is something that you don't find in a lot of the journals, but the fact that this has one that's so perfect, you can put your little cards in there, whatever information you have. And also I love that it has the gold foil on the edging, the paper edging, and also the gold embossing on the cover. This I got at Target, and I think it ran like $9 and some change. I'm not really sure. I think it was in that price range. But I do like the fact that in the front, it gives you the opportunity to put your name, your email, your contact information. And just as a tip, if you have a planner or a notebook, you always want to put some type of information page in the front in case you sit it down somewhere or you accidentally leave it somewhere. Whoever finds it can get it back to you. Because I know our journals and our planners are so important to us. This has just simple lined paper in it. And then the final one that I have here, I fell in love with this one because when I saw it, I was like, this is just simple but beautiful. I love the hardware, and I love the fact that it had a closure. It also has just simple lined paper, so it makes it very versatile on whatever I want it to be. And this company here that you often find in those places like Marshalls and TJ Maxx are good about their journals, so you can kind of look on the website for them. And I got this one actually from Marshalls right at that $4 or $5 price point. So beautiful journals for under $5, and I love that. But before we get into the usage, this, if you're not subscribed to the At Work with Nikki channel, I would love to have you. Please click that subscribe button along with the bell so that you receive notifications every time I post a video. I post on this channel Monday through Friday. So friends, now that I shared with you the newbies that are in my journal collection, let's talk about some uses. So of course, you can use it as a regular journal. Get up in the morning, write your thoughts, what you dreamed about, whatever you want to write. So a simple journal. The next use is a master to-do list. Instead of writing on those sticky notes or pads and things like that and having several places for your list, have one journal that keeps all of your list. You can use repositionable tabs. You can write your different lists for home, work, school, have it all categorized within your journal. But whenever I need to get anything off my list, it's in this journal. The next use is as a prayer journal. You don't have to have one specifically for prayers. It can just be lined paper. But when you write down your prayers and they're answered, highlight them so that when you open the journal, you can clearly see the prayers that God has answered. It really is motivational. The next thing that you can use it is for your quotes. We see so many quotes online. On my Instagram, I'm always putting quotes because quotes inspire us. They motivate us. And so when you have those quotes that speak to you, just jot them down in a journal and have a quote book so that when you need that inspiration, you can go to this journal and it can provide it to you. So the next way that you can use your journal is as a gardening journal. It's springtime, we're all getting outside, getting the yards put back together, and this is a place that you can plan out your garden this year. You can put the year, what you're planting. You also can keep up with the maintenance of your plant and put all of its needs down here. So it can be a beautiful way to even document how your plants are doing. From week to week, you may document their progress. And if you plant gardens, you can document the process, or the progress rather. And so it's really a neat book to have if you love gardening, or if you're like me and you're learning to love gardening. So the next way to use your journal is as a love letter book. And this is a great concept of writing letters back and forth with your loved one, your spouse, or your kid. So you write a letter, give it to them, they write you back, hand it to you. You can write it in the morning or the night before, slip it in your husband's work bag so that he can read it at lunch, and then he can write you back and slip it to you before you go to bed. And so it's cute to be able to write love letters to each other and then slip the book and have that special message from your loved one during the day. So think about having a love book. So the next thing you can use a journal for is an idea book. We all need a place to jot those ideas that we need to hold on to, so that's a great use. And then another way is a recipe book. Have one journal that keeps all of your best or favorite recipes. It's like the book of cooking gold, so that's one use. And then also another is for life lessons. The saying, you learn something new every day. Well, when you do, put it in a life lessons journal, and that way you can reflect on it later in life. You can share it with your kids. It can be a great thing to pass on to your kids when they graduate high school. And then finally, I would say a gratitude journal. This is such a great way to start out your day by writing down what you're grateful for, and a great opportunity to get good use out of your journal. So friends, I hope you have enjoyed the tips that I shared with you on how you could utilize those beautiful journals in your life. If you know of some ways to utilize a journal that I did not mention, please list them in the comments below. I would love for you to share with us so that it can inspire someone to use their journals in a beautiful way. Have a great day, my friends. I will see you at the next video. And this is Nikki saying goodbye.